can use it to make a Cubano sandwich or to dip in your coffee, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. If you're here from the Cabaret Corner, thanks so much for taking time to come and watch the whole video, and thank you to everyone at the Cabaret Corner for letting me be a part of your video. And if you're not from the Cabaret Corner, then thanks for coming to watch anyways. We're gonna have a great time today, and we're gonna make some yummy bread. For the ingredients, you're going to need 4 cups of flour. You're going to need 2 1/4 cups of water. You're going to need 4 tablespoons of vegan butter. I'm using Earth Balance. You're going to need 2 teaspoons of sugar. You're going to need 2 1/4 teaspoon of dry active yeast and 2 teaspoons of salt. And now this last ingredient is optional, but this is the traditional way to make Cuban bread. I am using leaves from a palm tree. Now I understand that in some locations, depending where you are, you might not have access to palm tree leaves. Luckily I'm in California, so it is very accessible for me to get these. Okie dokie, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get one big old mixing bowl and we're gonna mix all our ingredients together. I forgot to mention earlier, make sure that your butter is all chopped up. It'll make it easier to mix together. Now I'm kneading it in the bowl. This step isn't required, it is optional. I'm doing this so it makes the next step a little bit easier, but you don't have to knead it in the bowl. You will have to knead it in a bit though. Next I'm going to take some coconut oil spray and I'm going to spray my counter. Okie dokie, so aside from oiling the counter, I have also oiled my hands with some vegetable oil. Greased my hands, I guess you would say. And now we're going to knead it. Now I'm done kneading it. I know I'm done because it looks all smooth and it's like a nice little ball. Take your time with this. It took me probably about 7 minutes to get it where I wanted it, but that's just how bread making works. So take your time, be nice to her. Okay, now that I have my little baby, it's so cute, I'm gonna put it in a bowl and I'm gonna cover the bowl, put it in the oven with the oven turned on. That's my special little trick. I also turn the oven light on to add a little extra warmth. Now that I let the dough rest for an hour, I'm going to take it out of the oven. Now, I'm going to take the dough and I'm going to fold it in half. Push it a little bit, and then I'm going to turn it upside down like this and let it sit again for another 30 minutes. Okay, now that we waited 30 minutes, I'm going to take the dough and I'm going to separate it into 2 pieces. And then we're gonna kind of shape them into 2 logs. Now that I've shaped both my loaves into logs, I'm gonna cover it with some parchment paper and I'm gonna wait 15 minutes. Okay, so the 15 minutes have passed. I am going to reveal my little breadies. And the next step is I'm going to use the same parchment paper, reduce, reuse, recycle, and I'm going to put it on the tray. What is it called? Like a cooking tray. Yeah. I'm going to put it on the cooking tray and then I'm going to put these breads back on that. Ow, I slammed my knuckles together.
I saw.
You saw it?
You went.
This one is a little bit fatter than this one, but that's too bad. Aw, they're brothers. Hi. No, this is the boys' girl. They're kissing. No, they're cuddling. I'm gonna cover them for an hour. But in the meanwhile, I'm gonna clean my palm leaves. If you have palm leaves, you can do this step. I'm gonna cover them. Yes, I'm gonna cover them for an hour and then I'm gonna clean those palm leaves, and then when I'm done cleaning the palm leaves, I'm gonna stop the rising process and put you know what, you'll see. But for now, just put them in the oven with the oven light on, no oven on, let them rise. And just set a 1 hour timer. Trust me! I promise this isn't caca, it's paint. Okay, you know what? Forget everything I just said. Don't trust me. We're gonna let it rise for an hour. We're gonna let it rise for an hour. That's it. Just let it rise for an hour. In the meanwhile, we will clean the palm leaves. And that's that. When it's done, we'll go to the next step. So to clean the leaves, we're gonna boil some water first. While you're waiting for your water to boil, you're gonna take a little bowl. I already rinsed my leaves, and I'm gonna put the leaves in the bowl. This is harder than I thought it was gonna be, just to put some leaves in a bowl. And we're going to pour the boiling water on the leaves in the bowl. Okay, and then you're gonna let it sit for 5 minutes. Ooh. Ooh.
Okay,
I let the loaves rise for an hour. Now I am gonna wash my hands and I'm gonna put some water on the bread loaves. You could use a spray bottle, but I can't find mine right now, so I'm just gonna use my hands. Now that I've done that, I'm gonna make one long slit across each bread. Like I said before, this next part is optional. I'm cutting my palm leaves so that they can fit in those slits that I just made, and then I'm gonna tuck them in there. They're out of the oven. I am so excited, but I still have to wait for them to cool. So I'm gonna just remove the palm leaves now. This should be very easy to remove. Oh.
Boy, just like you have to do this shit again. Stop. Stop. You know what?
Okay, so I sliced my bread and I popped in the toaster and I made myself a little café con leche, and now I'm gonna put some vegan butter on my toast and give it a try.
That tastes like home.
Okay, so that's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. I'm sorry, I'm so chewing. My camera's about to die. Thanks so much for watching. If you decide to try this recipe, I would love to see a picture of it. You can post it on Instagram or on your story and tag me at Daisy_the_little_mermaid. And yeah, that's it. You know what they always say, and by they I mean me. Stay cute, bake cute, and if you get the chance, don't eat cute animals. Goodbye!